Now we're just going to go ahead and dodge and burn and bring out some parts that look like they're lightened and darkened too much. So all you do is paint white where you want it to go light on this curve, on this layer here that is a soft light. I forgot what it's called now. But you just put this part over here on soft light. It's layer 1. It's just a new blank layer. And we're just going to go ahead and paint it white where we want to bring out different aspects over, and you can just press X to switch back and forth between white and dark. And if something looks too dark or skin tone looks too gray, we can just kind of go ahead and dodge it. Down here on our leg obviously looks way too gray. We're gonna go ahead and dodge that. And give her some highlights. Make it look like some light was coming from this angle. And then I'm going to go ahead and burn it to give it a more three-dimensional feel. Part of her leg. And I'm going to reburn this. Redodge that and reburn, and then redodge. Reburn. Okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and just quickly dodge the black here. See if I can get the details to come out or just kind of come to life. I'm going to see if I can dodge her hair effectively. Kind of bring out the details there and see if I can dodge her face just a little bit more. Get the idea. I'm just going to blow out a little bit of her face. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, I'm going to leave it the way it was. And then if you burn around certain edges, you can bring a more three-dimensional effect. Obviously, she has highlights on the side here, but even so, you can burn down the side. The highlights aren't going to get too affected by it. And burn just certain parts that are in the back, and you will notice that she starts to pop out more and more as you do that. Especially if you just get the edges here, and then conversely, if you just kind of pick something a little bit smaller than the limb that you're on, and you just kind of add some burning here, some dodging here in the middle, you can get it's kind of a glam thing, and it looks a little cartoony, especially if you overdo it. But if you don't, then what you will get in the end, and it looks like a dark spot on her arm there. What you'll get in the end is a much more three-dimensional picture. And so I'm just going to show you the beginning and what we've gone to so far afterwards. And so it looks a lot more glammed up, fun. Right now, after you see the beginning picture and the end picture, I can see that it's just too much burning on her face here. Dodging on her face. Doesn't look real anymore, so I'm just going to darken it up a little bit. And possibly the same thing on her arm. Just kind of, this is like overdone. Maybe on her leg as well. And if you I overburnt her butt, that doesn't look that good. Okay, and an alternative way to do this dodge and burn thing would get you somewhat more control sometimes, like in her face area where it was just kind of going to weird whites and stuff, and this whole hair area here. When I was trying to dodge it, you can just kind of select the area. This is the way I do it anyways. You just select the area here that you're going to want to brighten up. Then I just put a nice little feather on the selection. Use the lasso tool. Sorry if I'm not explaining these things too well, but you just use the lasso tool to select the area. You can push Alt and circle areas that you want to deselect, and then you can press shift and circle areas that you want to select more of. So, you know, I can alt select out her neck here because it's already plenty bright, and then select better, you know, just make a little circle here, her here, where I think it's, you know, needs a better selection, and down here, and you can trace that line. And you know, there's other ways to do this. You can do like a quick mask and blah 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 and blah 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 blah. But this is the way I do it. You know, whatever way you're comfortable with, this is a cool way. You just do that. Then you just you know, I have hotkeys for all this stuff. But you just do select, modify feather, and for me, I just know that I'm gonna need about maybe a 60, 55 degree. You know, you can just play with that, but that's basically going to feather it about this much around there. And then you do layer, new adjustment layer. Curves, and this curves is only going to select new adjustment layer curves. This is only going to affect the area that is already selected here. I don't care what it's called. Let's keep it at curves 2. And here, now I can brighten up where her face is here, and it's affecting everything pretty evenly. And I can do a curves adjustment, or an S curve on her thing, so that it can look more real. And you know, I can have, see, now I'm just affecting her face, and it's not really her hair, and I'm bringing more color to her face, and it seems to be working out a lot better than the dodging, which was actually just kind of giving it like a dull, bright look. So if I try and match her face to her skin, it looks like some red levels are coming out by doing this. So I'm going to just take the red out like a micro smidgen to try and match her arm and her face together. And you know, on my screen that's good. If your screen's different than mine, then so be it. But on my screen it's good. That's great. We're gonna do. That's fine for her face. Her face looks to match. Her leg is bothering me. Her leg is kind of silvery here, so I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna select whole leg, and after I make, you know, my major selection, I can just go with my Alt key and just unselect things that were overly selected, and reselect things, whatever, you know, just make the selection perfect with the Alt and the Shift key, and just circling out things you want to disappear, and circling out things that you want to be selected more using the Shift. See, I'm just holding down Shift, and I'm selecting more of her leg region here. And this back leg looks fine because it's getting this highlight in there, so I'm not going to select that out. Just these, where the light was hitting it here, seems to be a problem. I'm going to do the same thing, 55, because that seems to be about the right amount. I showed you how to make a new curves layer, so I'm just going to use the hotkey to do mine. Here, I'm going to make another S curve because basically it's going to bring out some of the colors, and hopefully we can match it to her arms. And so now we're getting similar shades of gold in her butt and in her arms, and it's making it match better. So, boom. Looks kind of good to me. I am going to try and brighten up her leg a little bit more because just a weird. If I can blow out some of the detail in there, it's probably going to look better. And if I bring this down, see, now it's over exaggerated at this point, so I have to bring this down. There's going to be a point where it just looks just right, and that could be it. Yeah, that looks much better. It actually matches now her upper body. So we're just going to leave that at that. All right, and to show you again when we started at that.